I'm Chewy.
And we're going to be presenting...
We're from geekyElites.
Oh, we are from geekyElites. Oopsie! And we're going to be talking to you today about the new X-Men Apocolypse movie.
It's directed by the same director as X-Men
1, X-Men 2, and X-Men Days of Future Past.
I like how you skipped the least favorite X-Men, the third.
No speak. I'm kidding. That one was one of my favorite when I was younger.
Hey,
Or
we all have
or most watched on TV.
Oh, it's because it was so bad only TV could get people to watch it. I'm kidding. That's horrible. I like X-Men, I promise you guys.
So the idea behind this one is it's sort of a prequel to all the others. Is we find out about the first ever mutant, and the mutants from Days of Future Past, or First Class, have to battle against him because he's awakened. That's the main premise behind it.
He's awakened by idiots, too.
He's awakened by, guess who?
The CIA.
Who do you trust?
Not the CIA.
It was the CIA helping an extremist cult, though, in the Middle East. Like, how does that make any sense? An extremist cult couldn't do it, so the CIA was stupid enough and was like, we're gonna help you out, even though they didn't mean to. But let's just know, the CIA awakens the first and most powerful, pretty much mutant in the world.
You want to know? Oh wait, spoiler. The reason why he's so powerful is because he's
transferred his consciousness with the power. So that's the one thing I didn't understand. Like, they said the whole time he's transferring his consciousness only, but he had the power from his current body and gained the power from the new body. Like, you can't, he's transferring more than just his consciousness. Like, that didn't make sense. They should have just said he's transferring himself. Like,
but if you like all the X-Men's, or the newer actors, or the director that did the first two and Days of Future Past, I would definitely recommend seeing this if you haven't already. It was a really good movie. I liked it.
And it has the girl from Game of Thrones. And if you don't like her in Game of Thrones, you will be happily surprised with her in this movie. She's good. That was kind of the reason I saw it.
Yeah,
no.
she is a lot. She is better in this than Game of Thrones. And if you like, go see it.
I still like her, but I'm not sure 100% why. Okay. So one of the original thoughts is I was like, okay, it's an X-Men movie. I go and see all X-Men and superhero movies.
Woo!
I go and see them all. I love them. I know a lot about the comic books, which that's the one thing besides books I can take and pretend I don't remember about the comic books until it gets to really stupid parts of the movie, which I'm going to do one spoiler. They don't want Magneto to know his son is Quicksilver. So, they don't want Magneto to know Quicksilver's his son. So, that was the only part I was upset about that was different from the comics. Everything else, I just pretend they're different. And I don't know why I can do it with comic books and not with books. I think it's because I love books too.
And it's a part of the bigger Marvel universe, which we like Marvel.
Plus, Marvel and DC, all of them kind of say, well, we have different universes, so deal with the universe that you currently are dealing with, and if you don't like it, don't care about that universe. They pretty much tell you right there, it's different universes, get over it.
So, at least my thought after the movie was kind of what I expected when I went in. A really cool X-Men movie. But it did have a lot of surprises and turns that I didn't expect.
I was pleasantly surprised with how they tied it into the first original movies, with the original X-Men. They did an amazing job. We didn't think Wolverine was going to be in this movie. Guess what?
He has a cameo.
He has a cameo. And
he's the only one that's in every movie.
Yeah. And on top of it, how they tie it together, like, who actually ends up defeating Apocalypse is Jean. And she ends up defeating a lot of stuff in the other movies because she's supposed to be the most powerful mutant really around. And that's what the book pretty much says, is that when she can get into the Phoenix form, which is her fiery form, she's super powerful, and it showed that, and it hinted, and it brought it back to the original movie. So I was surprised. I thought throughout the movie until the end, I thought they weren't going to connect it. So I loved the ending, specifically the ending.
Very entertaining.
Very entertaining. I was pleasantly surprised. What was something you found disappointing about the movie? For me, it was probably... Ooh.
For me, one of the main things that I think of off the top of my head that was disappointing or annoying was how Magneto never found out that Quicksilver was his son. Like, I just wish they could say it, and because I wanted to see
his expression.
And in this one, they don't have a whole lot of Scarlet Witch, sort of like in Barely, like as a child, which didn't make sense with the twin age comparison.
Different than the comic books.
Exactly. Avengers did that slightly better. However, they shortly condensed like the life and character development of Quicksilver. So Avengers,
they both do something different. With
Avengers does more the Scarlet Witch side. X-Men does more the Quicksilver side.
But just so you guys know, I researched that a little bit. They're both very much different. They both chose different life paths. Like, yes, Quicksilver is in Avengers world, but from what I was reading about Quicksilver is he quite a bit often does team up with the X-Men more than Scarlet Witch does. So maybe, I mean, I'm sure they didn't mean for that to happen, but that's kind of a cool little connection. If you really want to think, trying to connect those universes, I just say don't try to connect them, your brain will hurt. I think my least favorite part was Magneto kind of gets chosen by Apocalypse. I don't know why. I'm disappointed that Magneto, throughout the two other prequel movies, he's like trying to become better, and you see his growth, and he's like fighting with it, even in this movie, like big time. And then the moment Apocalypse comes, he pretty much shows Magneto power, and Magneto's like, psh, all the good things I've ever been taught, peace out. And it takes...
Spoiler, but he does
turn to the good side, but it does still show that he's fighting, and that leads into the later movies. But I don't know. I think what leads him to change his mind is less important than they should have made it. Because again, they didn't make Quicksilver saying that he's his son, and it was kind of like Quicksilver and who else was changing? It wasn't Jean. Oh no, it was Mystique. Mystique is the one changing his mind, and I don't think they do a good job. So I was like disappointed in the mind changing of Magneto. I think they could have played it out better. I think they just didn't care compared to the other characters like Storm, who is part of Apocalypse's team. Poor Storm. I love Storm. That was sad.